Welcome back. Day 4 of the drive-in and cinema exploitation films. I only got 2 movies in today. Kind of a slow day. Most of it was spent kind of trolling through the Dr. Butcher MD special features. I've done a separate video of this and comparing it to this zombie holocaust, and I'd encourage you guys to check that out. But I love the movie, both versions. In some respects, Dr. Butcher MD, because of the editing and the pacing, is superior to the original Italian film. But both are just fantastic films, great atmosphere, loaded with just cheesy goodness that, you got zombies, cannibals, and mad doctors. What more? And you got a gorgeous woman, fully in various, displaying various forms of nudity there. She's fully naked in some parts. She's just beautiful. Alexandra Dalla Colli, I believe is her name. She was also in New York Ripper, by the way. But this thing is loaded with special features, and I cover all that in a separate video. So yeah, the 7 releases is awesome. I spent most of my time checking that out. And then the other fantastic film that I checked out was this Blue Underground release of Death Dream, Bob Clark's film from 1974. He made this the same year he made the seminal Black Christmas movie. And it's just a crime that Bob Clark didn't give us more horror movies, because he was fantastic at it, in my opinion. This movie is about a guy named Andy who goes off to Vietnam and dies, and his mother's wish is for him not to die until he returns. And so be careful what you wish for, because when Andy gets back, Andy is a zombie. And he proceeds to creep out everyone around him, including his father and mother. The father is played by a guy named Marley, who's really an actor that didn't start making it in films until he got much middle-aged and got this kind of a crotchety, weather-beaten face about him. And he's been in all kinds of TV movies like Kolchak the Night Stalker and things like that. Most of the actors in this film went on to kind of more like TV show type stuff, but the acting in this is excellent. Andy, guy that played Andy, was excellent. And Bob Clark is just very good at creating an atmosphere for a film that builds up to a great ending. You've got basically a zombie film that could have been kind of the run-of-the-mill vanilla zombie film, but he took it to new heights, I think, and it's genuinely creepy. I just love the way, whether you compare Black Christmas or Death Dream, both made in the same year, stylistically, Bob Clark was able to build momentum in his films. It's something that you don't see very often. Usually a film kind of it starts off at a certain level with a certain level of horror and dramatic license, and then it kind of stays at that level. But with Bob Clark's films, the film builds upon itself right to what is really a great climax, and this one is no exception. This Blue Underground release is loaded with some special features. Got a couple audio commentaries and look back on the film. Tom Savini, this was an early film of that Tom Savini was involved in. So, it was good stuff. And I wish this would get this was a good release. It's a DVD. Blue Underground did a great job on it, but it would be great to see Grindhouse or someone else pick this up. One of the other things I noticed about this when watching this film that resonated real quick was the music. And it's not really music in the sense that you would say Goblin and Suspiria. It's more of just tonal tonal type accentuations to what the scene is happening in the scene. More like sound effects, I guess. But the music sound effects are almost exactly used almost perfectly the same with Black Christmas. And I don't know if that was intentional or just because they were made around the same time, but many of the sound special effects musically were very reminiscent of the Black Christmas, and they worked beautifully. They just, I was just real impressed with it. So that Death Dream is and I'd never seen Death Dream actually, so I'm glad I finally did, because it's well worth your time and investment. There's the internal artwork, and there's Andy in full zombie mode. Yeah, I would give this a 7 out of 10. So that is it for day 4. I did pick up quite a bit of pace and watched quite a bit on day 5 that I'll share with you soon. So appreciate you watching. Thanks.